Teraz. Hey, how's it going? I'm Adam, and welcome to my channel. Complicated relationships. We've all been there. Sort of like superhero movies and the Oscars, BoJack Horseman and Princess Carolyn, and me with the Yashica Mat-124G. It's a love-hate relationship. For 3 months we are inseparable, and then for the rest of the year it quietly watches as I pick up the Nikon F3. For today's video I decided to spend some quality time with it and go on a day trip with it to the city of Bydgoszcz. It is also apparently nicknamed Little Berlin, and the city is a huge fan of the movie Matrix due to all the Neo-type architecture that it houses. Anyway, this video is more about the photos, but I will be going over why I feel the way that I feel about this TLR. Let's start. I met up with my buddy Adam, small world, and headed towards Bydgoszcz. Luckily, the weather was perfect for an old TLR camera. Shout out to the Apple Weather app for its accuracy. Anyway, enough complaining, time to get to work. Alright, seeing as though that it's rainy, I'm gonna load in some XP2. Thanks, Adam. Okay, it's been a while since I loaded this thing. Alright, so I loaded the XP2. Now it's time to see who will win in a battle, rain or an old analog camera. With the car parked, off we went to the city center. Got Barney. So yeah, apparently there are wild dinosaurs roaming the streets of Bydgoszcz. Beware. And here's a photo that I like. Thanks to the objects on each side, it narrows our view and helps us focus on the intended subject. So one thing that I gotta give to the Yashica, and I guess TLRs in general, is that they are so light and compact. It's a joy to have around your neck. Plus you get high quality thanks to the 120 format. It was raining, so when I was done taking a photo, I would just zip up my jacket and hide it from the raindrops. Plus it's fully mechanical, except for the light meter. Mine doesn't work, and even if it did, it wouldn't be accurate. Sorta like the Apple Weather app. Anyway, we decided to hide from the rain a bit and go get some much needed coffee at Coffee Trip. It was a cool place. They had specialty coffee and even a chessboard. Alright, I'm gonna do a macro shot of these chess pieces. So luckily I have this Rolei close-up filter, and yeah, that's actually pretty cool. Once you buy a TLR like the Yashica or a Rolleiflex, I highly recommend getting these types of filters. It can be pretty useful. Yeah, if you have these cameras, I highly suggest getting close-up filters. They even have filters that make your images wider. It's a great investment that gives you more freedom photography-wise. This photo is pretty good, if I do say so myself. We decided to pass the time by actually playing the game, and I won 3 games in a row. Definitely not lying. Thank you Netflix for the show Queen's Gambit, and off we went to the city. But I don't think Adam was in the mood to hang out anymore. I forgot to mention that there was a huge charity event that happens every year here in Poland, so there were concerts and a lot of people walking around. Perfect for some street photography. And with the XP2 done, I loaded some HP5 that I'll be pushing 2 stops. Oh, and don't be like me and load your film under the rain. I'm an idiot. I tried to get out of my comfort zone and try doing some portraits. Just goes to show, stick to what you know. Anyway, it was really raining cats and dogs, so we decided to quickly finish the roll and grab some caloric goodness.
Okay, so this basically translates to magical steps.
What's magical about them is that when you get to the top, you are suddenly out of breath. Magic. The format. I know a lot of people in the community don't touch TLRs due to the square format. Now, don't get me wrong, I have nothing against square images in general. After all, one of my favorite photographers is Vivian Maier. Some others are Robert Capa, Robert Frank, and Lee Miller, another square format shooter. But my lack in interest in picking up this camera starts when I think about the future. Now, I mainly post on Instagram and YouTube, and that's perfectly fine for a 6x6, but for me and for my work, these places aren't my end game. I want to work on photo books, creating series, etc., and that's where the problem begins. For me, in order to create a cohesive and a photo book where the pages flow together, I would need to stick to this camera like glue. And I have commitment issues. I can't have a collection that is mainly 4x3 and just throw in a couple of 6x6. They would stand out and disrupt the flow. Once again, this is just my opinion, so I would have to stick to this camera, which is pretty hard because I love my Nikon F3 and Pentax 6.7. But then I look at Vivian Maier's work and think, maybe I should just be a 6x6 kind of guy. So that's mainly my beef with this camera. It's a me problem, like it usually is. But I feel like in the future, once my curiosity for different gear sort of calms down, that's when I'll have to make a decision. Cause honestly, this is the perfect travel camera and it gives you amazing quality. After I finished stuffing my face, I loaded some Kentmere 400, pushed 2 stops. If you haven't tried it, I highly recommend it. Okay, I have a feeling that this just might be the shot of the day. Black and white, silhouetted image, it can be really good. One thing that I don't like is that when the scene is dark, it is really hard to focus with this camera. Anyway, it was getting pretty late, so we headed towards the art gallery that houses some of Bydgoszcz's work. A famous Polish painter, photographer, etc. Seeing his work in real life definitely made me feel something. Or it was the fries from the food hall. I don't know. It was time to go home, so I finished the rest of the roll on the way. And that's the end of the roll and the video. Thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. So it was raining, not the best conditions for a TLR, and Adam was still sore from losing chest, but to my surprise, I came home with work that I really enjoy. Due to the weather, I had really low expectations, but after seeing the photos, it got me thinking that maybe just maybe, I should be a 6x6 kind of guy. When I'm not thinking about the future, I don't really have big complaints. It's light, compact, and it gives you high quality and sharp images. The only complaint is that when it's dark, it really is hard to focus, but apparently there are a couple of companies that produce viewfinders, glasses that you can swap out, and they will give you a better focusing experience. I really gotta do some research on them. Also, Bydgoszcz was beautiful. I really need to visit it again when it's actually sunny. And what really caught me off guard, the people were really nice. I have been carrying around gear in Poland for many years, and all I get are looks. But here, at least 5 people started a conversation with me about the camera. Even at the coffee shop, the people next to me talked to me for like 10 minutes, asking about the gear, how much it costs to shoot film nowadays. I lied, didn't want to scare the man, and they were really interested. You don't really experience that a lot here in Poland. So that was really cool. Also, huge shout out to Adam for helping me make this video, showing me around the city, and just in general for the great time. Can't wait for the next one. Like, subscribe, do all that jazz. Take care.